Sheena, do you want to listen to a song? Then I play the song. तूने मारी entry और दिल में बजी घंटी यार, and then someone behind me says tongue like that. Something
Tongue,
like that.
T-O-N-G-U-E.
I don't know. It was something like that. Like basically
Your
like
tongue. Now it's putting in my head all these thoughts. Suddenly the guy with his tongue going out. This poor girl is sitting there.
Oh no, he's saying tongue. He's not like he's not.
And the horrible Hindi lyrics which have double meaning already in. But Bapida never used his tongue. Sorry. Bro, we're getting cancelled anyway. What does it really matter?
Yeah. We're going down for 6 jokes. Might as well go for 10.
Yeah. And in jail we'll find the voiceover producer and the ad producer and Rishabh Pant, who's been dropped from the 50 over side. मैंने क्या गलती की? You can't hold the ball, yaar. Oh!
Rishabh Pant, by the way, very funny guy. Okay, on the behind the stumps.
He's a nice guy. I've never met him.
I mean, we chatted for briefly. I was trolling him. I was telling him ki, when you're doing lines, should I like shit talk you like you shit talk people on the
Field.
on the field? Yeah, it was fun.
Cyrus says, and we've got esteemed guest here, very famous comedian, Mohammed Hussain, 25 crores a year is his tax. And he does mostly cash work, so you can imagine how good this guy is. But first, what do you go by?
Hussain.
Hussain is, I was just thinking, you go. Mohammed becomes more very quickly in the West. I have 2 friends.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know the first name is Mohammed till finally once.
I have an uncle who lives in the US. Everybody calls him Mo.
Of course, they have these British accents and also they sound strange in any case. So Hussain is good?
Yeah.
All right, let's start right at the top here. We were discussing offline, my lovely producer Prithvi. Let's say maybe right of center. I don't think you're really. I think you're more center. You're not very clear whether you want to be left or right. And for some reason, Hussain sits here and he says, "I'm secular." And so we were just discussing if you're a Muslim in the room. Some people come up to you. And
it felt like he was going out of his way. Like I have no problem with you being
here. Yeah, exactly that. Yeah, and then we talked.
Before you came in the room, I gave a heads up to Hussain.
Okay. Again, I don't know why he's talking from that side. We are minority, so we'll just keep quiet and you carry on, Prithvi.
Yes,
you make the comments. You set the agenda. हम लोग follow करते हैं. Jai Hind.
Ji Sarkar.
Sorry. So going back to so your comedy actually is quite edgy that way, which
I don't know.
In the words of Guruji Samay and बेटा का नाम रणवीर आजकल थोड़ा मुश्किल है.
I don't know. So when obviously the last video that I posted was about 2-3 months ago. It's done pretty well. But during that time, this hadn't happened yet. I don't know if I would release that bit right now. I don't know. I don't consider myself as an edgy comic. I generally you just write what you know. And I happen to be Muslim.
I'm so glad to see that you're doing all the things that you're doing. I keep thinking if there's any proof that we are still a democracy, people can just have a little fun and not take all this so seriously and poke fun of who you are.
It is tough because even I was quite afraid when I posted the bit. The bit, it's titled Muslims Hate Muslims.
Yeah.
Okay, it's obviously a clickbait, but and the bit is more about what I perceive my life to be right now in the current status.
Other clickbait for the next episode is Muslims love Hindus.
Yeah.
I'm going for clickbait only.
Why not?
The material will be
why not?
Your material should be about Chinese. इसमें कुछ नहीं है. Just the title and then totally right. In the Hangxi river of
At the end we just end. Everyone is brother sister. Therefore,
हम सब एक हैं. हम सब एक हैं is beautiful.
Yes, thank you and goodbye. So when I posted the video, the point of the video was to talk about what I feel like the state of affairs is right now. And obviously I'm speaking from a Muslim perspective, justifying my position. And I'm getting hate from Muslims. Because
justifying the title?
Yeah, because I think a lot of times, and especially true for comedy, it's not so... I mean, I don't think it's so difficult to understand what I'm trying to say. But apparently so. Like, I got a DM from this one guy. Hating a comic is the easiest thing because you know where I'm going to be next Saturday.
Yeah.
If you want to beat me up. Like, I'm publicly telling you, next Saturday, 7 p.m., I will be at this place, this latitude, this longitude. Please come to beat me up.
Yeah. That's really unfair.
It's very hard to run away.
You don't know where they are. Also like,
That's why comics get beaten up so easily, you know, because everybody knows. They can plan it. Like, 10 दिन के बाद आ रहा है, ये हमारे घर आएगा.
I should buy tickets for a good bash up.
Yeah.
Do you like the comedy? No, just don't smack him.
Yeah.
I don't know about comedians, but I can think of so many people that I want to go to right now.
Yeah, but most people don't publicly talk about where they are going to be physically present at any given time, right?
Yeah.
So I was going to do a show in Pune and some dude messaged me like, how can you say things about like this and I will beat you up and so on and so
Oh,
forth.
I will beat you up in the message also.
Yeah. देखता हूँ तू आ जा.
धमकी.
धमकी
Then you can go to the police.
मैंने उसको reply किया.
हाँ.
That conversation ended with him saying, actually I am also a hip hop artist. Listen to my songs also.
Was it you? He's a hip hop artist.
Really? Prithvi?
Prithvi is a hip hop artist.
Yeah. So.
Was it you?
No comments.
But he's not. He's a pacifist. You're not an aggressive guy, no?
No, I rap on the angel side.
But anyway, all these guys are mostly pacifists only. They're pretending to be aggressive. I will kill you. I will hurt you. It's a
Yeah.
small guy, vegetarian, never hurt anyone in his life. Not hit a fly.
Yeah. Mostly. Except for
You
that.
see how I slipped vegetarian into it? Unnecessary.
Unnecessary. I ignored it completely.
I know. I saw
For
that.
Muslim purposes. I was like, no way.
Hussain is thinking, मैंने काफी क्या बेंचर life में. I don't need this guy.
Yeah. I don't need this extra shit.
This alliance is not working.
Yeah. There are actual jokes that we end up dropping.
Yeah.
I had my last bit checked by a lawyer before I
sad.
posted it.
Really?
Yeah. I have to.
But give us a little bit. I know you don't want to give up. Please go and check out his stuff. It's all over YouTube and everywhere. But give us a little taste of what you're saying.
Okay.
That could be
Okay, I'll tell you.
halka sa controversy.
I'll tell you the bits that are getting hate from Muslims. There is about 2 years ago, there was a hate speech get together that had happened, in which one person had said, we should kill everyone who understands the Quran. A person
But
said
you could
this.
be a non-Muslim who understands the Quran.
No, a person said this, okay? And my joke is,
Huh.
and the joke is, ki I told my mom, look at what they're saying on the news. You should kill everyone who understands the Quran. So my mom turns to me and she says, oh, everyone who understands the Quran. So you're fine then. Because you're not religious enough to be
Fair.
murdered.
Nice.
So obviously in the joke, I'm saying, ki
So it's on you. Yeah.
it's on me that
Yeah.
I don't pray as much as my mom wants me to, which is I think universally true no matter which religion you belong to.
It's just a joke anyway.
Yeah,
Why do you have to
and-
explain more than that?
Yeah.
Huh.
Any person who's born in a religious family will know that if your mom is very religious, you will never be as religious as
True.
she wants you to be.
True.
Which is also the other joke where I do where I talk about how my mom is so religious, she sounds like a drug dealer. Because every morning my mom wakes up with like a new drug. You know, like, bro, this prayer if you pray, straight heaven. Heaven! Like she's every day
What
is
I
a
like
new
in this,
scheme for
in this,
heaven.
in this, what I like is your conservative mom calls you bro. That for me is the most beautiful. This is globalization at its best. Yeah.
Yeah, so the fact that I said Quran in the
But why do we
sentence.
Why do people look at a joke and think Shakespeare? I want to find more layers than there are. I want to find
No,
deeper
actually, I
meaning.
think they're not even looking at the layers. Because obviously, in that joke, what did I say? I said this other person said something. And
It's
how,
about you and your mom dynamic.
Yeah.
There's nothing more than that.
Yeah,
It's just a.
and the offensive thing is being said by somebody else,
Yeah.
which is a
There's no
well-documented
offensive
thing.
thing.
Yeah.
You, in your mother's eyes, you have failed to understand the Quran.
Yeah.
It's actually based on truth. What is wrong?
Yeah.
Huh.
And so the takeaway from that is, Hussain, you should be more religious and proactive and read. That's the idea, right?
Fair.
I'm not insulting the text in its own
True.
right. Of course not. I wouldn't do that. I'm
Yeah.
actually a practicing Muslim. I wouldn't
Yeah.
do that. So very hard to explain what sentences mean to people.
But how do you
Most
know a
people get
person
it
is
though.
a Muslim, Hindu, or German or whatever when they're trolling you online, yaar?
Their names are very permanent.
But the names are names.
Ahmad is
When I
selling-
was cheating on my wife, my name was Bambolo, which is not really ethnically anything. You know?
Bombolo is a
Bombolo.
no, it's a choice.
Yeah.
That name
Bambolo.
that name is a choice.
Yeah, okay.
आप क्या करते हैं? मैं Bombolo
It's a
लेता हूँ.
sexual way, is it? Bambolo.
That's not just a random name. That's a
My
preference.
God.
That's a
Ouch. Sounds like gas, man.
ouch is what you would say. I feel like after
At the
Bombolo.
end. At the end, yeah. This is what they do when they troll us. Yeah. So let's rewind a little bit into your life for a second. So how did Hussain get into all this? I'm presuming that the family business is not comedy.
No, it's not. It's not. But I grew up in a Memon family. I don't know if you know. Of
course.
Okay, because
Yeah, I'm a Mumbai guy.
Yeah,
You're
Mumbai-
technically Gujarati
no.
speaking.
no, Kutchi.
Kutchi Gujarati. Okay.
Yeah.
You
So-
should be able to understand each other.
We speak Kutchi.
And then fight over the Zameen.
Family is obviously we are very funny. My dad is very funny. My brother, my sister. We're all a funny family that way. And in school and college, I always liked going on stage and
Performing.
emceeing and performing and sketches and acts. and
Not
plays
knowing
and
that one day you'll become famous and people abuse you. And if you're
Yeah.
not abused, you're not famous.
Not
Now
famous.
India,
Yeah.
in India, this is like a law, no? We can't.
That's the thing with social media, dude. If you don't get enough
Offend
views,
someone.
if you don't get offense, that means your video is not doing well. That's,
Let's segue for a second and come back to your family. This whole controversy, what's your take on it? This Ranveer's Samai thing?
I think it's a gross overreaction to something
Perfect
some
answer.
other thing that's going on. Like, I don't think anybody is.
Now you're like a
at-
troller.
I
The
think-
government is to blame.
Bro, I don't think anybody is looking at this situation and be like, yeah, that's a measured
It's
response.
also,
It's just-
it's also the literal, like you just mentioned about your gag, your setup, which is mom thing. The literal translation sometimes is not to be looked at.
Yeah.
It's more what you're presenting. The context has to be
Yeah,
understood.
yeah.
So it's just a joke.
that thing also is something that has existed on the internet for longer. It's actually.
So you're saying it's plagiarized shit and that you should be
yeah,
punished
it
for
is.
that.
It is anyway
If you
plagiarized.
have to punish them for cheating. Yeah.
It's anyway plagiarized,
Yeah.
and it exists on the internet. Indian comics have said it. Outside people have said
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
So I don't know, man.
What's the Bangalore kid's name?
Karan.
And also Tony Hinchcliffe has versions of it,
Yeah.
which they're inspired from.
Yeah, so that the show is inspired from. Samai's show is inspired from Tony
Yeah.
Hinchcliffe's Kill Tony show.
So
Obviously, he
arrest,
does many different things.
kill
with it.
Tony. It's all his fault. Yeah.
Samai does a lot of different things from Kill Tony, so which makes his show quite different from Kill Tony. But it's still like, and the other thing is also like a lot of OTTs wanted the show, and Samai didn't want to sell, so maybe there was pressure about that also. I don't know.
I mean,
that goes into
conspiracies, I
that's
don't know.
conspiracy theory.
I think it just
but-
ballooned completely out of control,
Yeah.
and then people just decided to take a side and a stand to look
Yeah.
good because
Yeah,
they
yeah.
feared the backlash.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not so close.
Yeah. You have your own
to-
problems.
Yeah,
You
I have
can
my
handle
own
their
problems.
sexual issues now.
Yeah. I'm not so close with either Samay or Ranveer
yeah,
for me
yeah,
to know what exactly is happening.
We will be one day in lockup. but coming back, sorry. So you see,
Yeah,
dad knows. A lot of comedians say this. I've noticed not just Indians, all over the world. They always talk about somebody else being funnier in the family. Then, of course, like a Bill Burr or a Mohammed Hussain becomes a big name or whatever. And the father's unknown in that community. But he was the funny guy. Very often they talk about that.
I think people who become comedians are generally not the funniest guys in the group.
No.
Because the funniest guy in the group will go on stage for the first time, notice that nobody is laughing, and then be completely disheartened. Because they're not used to bombing, right? The funniest guy in the group always gets a laugh.
That didn't happen with me. I've been bombing for years. It doesn't bother me.
But
at
you're
all.
not the funniest guy in the group then.
That's true. There's no group. I'm alone.
That's exactly
so
right.
go ahead.
I was never the funniest guy in the group. I was one of the funny guys, but never the funniest
But
guy.
we're talking about family here.
Family also.
So
In
all the
family,
guys,
my
are
friends,
uncles,
my
chacha,
cousins,
mama, is all
everybody.
funny.
And everybody roasts you left, right, and center. My grandfather was hilarious.
Really?
My father and my...
But what kind of humor? Would he go into smutty humor also?
no roasting. My grandfather would say things like, if you send your dad to buy tomato or something, he'll just go there and open his wallet, take whatever you want. He will never bargain. Like shit like that, just roasting them that you're incapable, you're not worthy.
Bringing out the self-esteem
Yeah.
of entire family.
Yeah, everybody
One
needs to
person
be
at
on
a
the
time.
ground.
Yeah.
You're doing well means you get roasted more. You're doing bad, you get roasted even more. There's no...
So
there's
you're
no
keeping up
holding
the
back.
family tradition. You're just expanding it to a bigger audience.
To bigger audience, yes,
Nothing
exactly.
else.
That's what I'm doing. I'm not doing anything different. So I always had that from my family. And when I moved to Pune, I was studying in Pune in SIMC.
So what were you going to do?
I was doing an MBA.
Wow.
Yeah.
Another guy who ripped us off.
Yeah.
Could have been a fucking head of some company or something instead.
I could have been on the other side. Actually, can we change a little bit,
Yeah.
I could have been that guy.
I really liked it except,
Except, 80% of it.
Yeah.
Everything else. Yeah.
Can you remove this one word that comes 27 times?
Yeah. So I could have been that guy.
But for me, I don't know if you do sound, have you ever done any voiceovers? I think the voiceover guy, the producer, is the biggest idiot of the world. There's no bigger idiot. Because he tells you he just looks this, kuch to hai galat. And you don't know what to do.
I have a perspective.
Please.
I have done one voiceover gig. A friend of mine hired me. I've done a couple of voiceover gigs, but one like proper, like an ad where I had to voice something. And I went in there, I went in the booth, I'm like, yeah, voice, that seems like an easy thing to do. I went in there, I did like 47 takes. And when you're
That's only one line.
Yeah. And when you're in the booth, you can see the people.
Yeah.
And when I'm doing the line, I can see them looking at each other like.
And you're a comedian, so you expect good. Yeah, wow.
Eventually, I just got to a point where I'm like, I know this is going really badly.
Yeah.
And I am at the peak of whatever I can do here. There is nothing more I can do.
Was it a voiceover or a character?
It was a character of a cricket commentator.
Okay, so
And I was supposed to be like, oh, and then stuff like that.
और इसके साथ हवा बॉल जा रहे हैं और ये 4 run.
Yeah, something like that.
Damn
And
it.
I thought that's not
wish
so
I had
hard
it.
to do, right?
Yeah.
And then like a...
And you run out of variation after something. How much can you do?
Yeah. And then there was another actor there who was doing the other role of, there was one more part in the ad. And when he went into the booth, I could tell like, oh, there is a difference between what I am doing and what he is doing. Because he was like really good. He did like 6 different variations of the same thing. He was modulating his voice. If the people in the booth said कि नहीं तुम इस बार पे ऐसा करके ऐसा करो, he was able to do that. I was just saying loudly the line.
They kill the art form. They'll say हल्का सा up, फिर हल्का सा down. Things which don't make sense, you know.
Yeah. No, but for this particular actor,
but he's used to it, so I think
he was really good. He was really good.
Yeah, so, I think it's also it's the body language, you know. Like I learned from senior voiceover artists, they would do things like holding the air while talking, and the line is "I love you." It'll be like, "I love you," and they love that.
Yeah.
It's just a performance.
So, see, now, that is a performance, right? In my head, I'm just like, इसने pause लिया. बस like, इससे ज़्यादा मेरे को समझ में नहीं आता about this particular art form. I guess I'm hoping that when an open micer sees me perform, that's what they feel like.
No, listen, we are going to dub this entire podcast. So I'm going to screw somebody.
Yeah.
I'm going to sit there. बोलो, Hussain ने ऐसा नहीं किया.
नहीं.
Get the intonation, bencho.
There was no feeling there.
नहीं मिला वो. प्यार का moment है. And it's an LIC policy ad, and they'll tell you things like, show more love. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
It's amazing how these guys try to bring art into their terrible lives.
Oh yeah.
So
in that way, I did an ad with Rishabh Pant recently. It's a Swiggy ad. Okay? Very fun ad, very nice. In which I have to go That's the thing I have to do. Okay? I have done 37 O's. It's just like, I mean, the director's also really nice.
You're the Amir Khan of ads. You said, I'll do it till I get it right.
I will do. You're paying me. Yeah. I'm here. You tell me whatever you want to do. I will try my best. That's what I'm coming with this energy. That I will do my best. Now,
right, so
yeah,
you can do your worst. What the fuck does it matter?
No, but no, in this O there was a little too much O.
Yeah.
You need to O, but not O.
O ko under O, over O mat kar.
You have to O, but not O. And I'm like, O.
Who was the director?
I don't remember the name.
We don't say the director's name, but what is it?
I won't tell you
Rishabh
the
Pant
name.
was like the hero. He was at like
he's
proper lines.
Yeah, he also had like a couple of lines. I had a couple of lines. Yeah.
So in the end, your O got approved?
Yeah. And the ad came out and the ad did well. And the director is really nice also. I've worked with him before also in a Spotify ad. In which, again, I had to like do like this and all. 17 takes.
No, that's a visual. Now the acting thing.
Yeah.
So raise the eyebrow.
That was my take actually. Because I can do this with my eyebrows.
Usne kya kaha?
I got the role because I could do this with my eyebrows.
Wow. in the audition you had to do this.
Yeah.
Okay. And then?
Because I had to tell basically there's a girl with me and I tell her like, hey, do you want to listen to a song? Something like that. And then I play a song. It was something like that.
Do it with feeling, no? I love it. I'll be the girl.
Sheena, do you want to listen to a song? Then I play the song. तूने मारी entry और दिल में बजी घंटी यार. And then someone behind me says tongue like that. Something like that.
T-O-N-G-U-E?
I don't know. It was something like that. Like basically like...
Tongue. Now it's putting in my head all these thoughts. Suddenly there's a guy with his tongue going out. This poor girl is sitting there.
Oh no. He's saying tongue. He's not like... He's not...
And there's horrible Hindi lyrics which have double meaning already in... But Bapida never used his tongue. No. Sorry. Bro, we're getting cancelled anyway. Right? What does it really matter?
Yeah. We're going down for 6 jokes. Might as well go for 10.
Yeah. And in jail, we'll find the voiceover producer and the ad producer. And Rishabh Pant, who's been dropped from the 50 over side. मैंने क्या गलती की? You can't hold the ball, yaar. Oh!
Rishabh Pant, by the way, very funny guy, okay? Yeah. On the Behind the Stumps.
He's a nice guy? I've never met him.
I mean, we chatted briefly. I was trolling him. I was telling him ki, when you're doing lines, should I like shit talk you like you shit talk people on the
field?
On the field. Yeah, it was fun. He also had a couple of lines only. Ad shoots are easy. I'm sure you know. By the way, I don't know if you remember this. We've worked together before.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Bro,
you did this show called MTV Comedy Base Camp.
Yeah.
I was on that show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
In the studio thing.
Yeah, in the studio thing. Yeah. I was one of the participants. I won the show.
Yeah.
It was the best, easiest money I've gotten.
Yeah. I don't want to criticize the show, but again, they tell me one thing and we do another thing. When you get there, they want to do set pieces all the time.
Yeah.
I like this whole free-flowing thing like we're doing here. So I was hoping we could talk with the guy, but they want us to, discuss only
sketches
this and that. And
no,
they've already decided.
Yeah,
so where's the live element here?
We shot without an audience also. That generally as a stand-up comic, we don't like. At least have...
no, I think for you guys it was a real thing because, suddenly it's this plastic environment and you still have to perform. So it's literally like you're rehearsing at home at best. I don't know what you were thinking in your mind.
I was just pretending like there is an audience and just giving it my best.
Yeah. But the whole
honestly-
live feel, you want that live feel, and you want the
Yeah.
mistakes and all that happen with it, because that's half the fun, what's happening
Yeah,
in the room,
yeah.
not just the copy.
Exactly.
But anyway,
I remember they
tried.
got it, Cyrus was hosting.
Huh.
You'd say like, so every round there are 5 points, and then they'd asked us to go 5 points and tell Luke 5. There are 5 points.
What about the laughing shots?
Yo,
When these
man.
shows, the laughing shots are like, because don't forget,
Hilarious.
sometimes you do a laughing shot at 9 in the night. You've
Yeah,
been
yeah.
there at 9 in the morning. There's no humor left in your body.
Yeah, yeah.
Huh? And
And
now
then
the
like-
camera pans to you and says, okay, Hussain, Hussain, man, shot.
Big laugh! All right, now small laugh. Ha ha ha.
Now roll your eyes and laugh.
Same question. Who was the director?
That time the director was a friend of mine also. Actually the director was the reason I was on the show. He called me like, hey, this is a show.
No, but see, again, it's actually lost in translation. Not the director's fault. What happens
It's
is
just
the
a-
instructions come in because they're trying to do a show of a certain kind.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of lack of confidence in India, where we did this on Amazon as well, where they don't want to ever go with the spontaneous, really.
Yeah.
So they want, I can't take a chance, I have to do this, I have to do this. But when you do that, you kill the entire art form and the fun for us.
I think some people are now changing that, like
Samai and Ranveer.
yeah,
That's going well.
and they're changing too much. So for those reasons, you are out.
I know you can't take the from hum panch to Samai right now. It's a big change in family dynamics.
Yeah, 100%.
So, yeah.
100%.
It's got to be a little careful.
Yeah. I don't know.
Hussain, you want to bail out? Do it right now. Huh? Because you got your own legal issues. You don't want to get dragged into some old man who just, I'm like the guy who's about to die. I don't care anymore. It's like that.
No. I think if I get into a controversy, it'll help my career. I think.
So we
if
launched
anything.
you. MTV launched you in a sense. Not launched you, but
I
but it
mean,
was, yeah.
It's
But it's a nice chap to have. I mean,
I think apart from the money, I don't think it did anything. Like if I'm being very
you got
honest,
the money.
I got the money.
By the way,
I got
it was a
paid.
base camp thingy.
We
did
went.
all these promos.
We went to base
Say
camp.
swear. I
I
want to
pro-
know where you fucking performed.
So we went to actually base camp.
Wait, let's set it up.
Okay.
So MTV, yeah.
The show is called MTV Comedy Base Camp. There are 5 episodes. Each episode has 4 comics.
Right.
Every episode, one person won the episode, and then the 5 winners
Finals.
were going to be taken to no finals. You're taken to
base camp
and
and
then
perform.
you do stand up at the base
So I
camp.
thought they judge you there and then
No,
one guy will
it was
be-
just a performance.
Okay. And they left you there.
Yeah, they saw our jokes and they were like, "Yeah, you just find yourself down."
So where do you? So the base camp where the tourists come and all that.
Yeah,
is
we
like
went. We went.
So there was a proper crowd, a mixed crowd.
No. So I'll tell you, I have a whole bit about this. You can watch that on my page as well.
Please watch that on his page as well.
Yeah. So I was not gonna go, but there's another comic called Aditya Kulshresht, Kullu, who's also very popular. I'm sure people know.
But let's not plug him here. This is Mohammed Hussain show. Who the hell is Kullu?
No, he's also very funny. He's also
तो आ
very-
जाओ इधर हाँ, आने के पहले बैंक चोद नाम मत ले
No, Cyrus is just inviting him. That's what he's doing.
Bambolo my Tinder name you can share
Yeah. So he was very excited to go, and he convinced me, and I said okay. Then another comic called Vrinda. The 3 of us from India
So what,
went. 2
you all
comics
thought
didn't come.
the exotic idea of being at Everest ka base camp, or you actually thought career wise
Base camp. Career-wise, we
Just
we
like
were
a-
aware that
so it's
this
a-
show is not going anywhere.
even when they were selling the idea and telling me about it, I was not able to understand what's the catch here for the comic that he's at the base camp, because it's not like he's at the Palladium, or
Yeah.
he's at some fancy freaking Carnegie
I
Hall
think-
or whatever it is.
I think concept-wise, we'll go to the tallest sort of place that you can perform and do stand-up
But
there.
it sounds more like Khatron Ke
cool.
Khiladi or something. It's like something
It
different.
sounds cool, but there's no audience there. We performed.
Welcome to my career.
We performed to the people we were traveling 15 days with.
Yeah.
And 80% of them do not speak English or Hindi.
Who are these people?
The people who were traveling with us, the Sherpas,
Sherpas and all.
yeah. So the crew basically. So they had hired Nepali crew
You
members to
performed
shoot
with
the
the
show.
crew. This is like my podcast.
Yeah.
You guys are
But
the
at
audience.
least they understand what we are saying.
They don't. They're just killing
So
time.
they were Nepali people who understood a little bit English, but not a lot of Hindi.
right.
And Kulu performs primarily in Hindi. Vrinda did English. I do a little bit of mix. So basically, 15 log the, and there was 2 British people who just happened to be there at the
Who
time.
won't pick up the English but might understand little Hindi.
Yeah.
The accents are terrible, yeah.
Yeah. So they were there, and we just performed to basically
But what
air.
would you perform?
Helicopters are passing by, and they're like, "Cut! We have to wait for the helicopter to
But
pass."
what bit could you do with this kind of audience? Because
Nothing.
market भी एक चीज है ना life में. You
नहीं,
can't
नहीं.
just talk to anybody about anything.
All of us just ended up doing what happened in the journey sort of bits.
Okay.
Like what it was like. It was very difficult, and climbing here and X,
So making
Y,
fun
Z,
of yourself,
stuff
struggling through
like-
the...
Yeah. Stuff like that.
Sounds like my
The
early part
show,
of my marriage.
they had
Yeah.
that sounds like my marriage right now. So they
You're married, bro?
I'm married. Yeah.
When did you get married?
I got married 5 years ago.
When you hit base camp?
3 years ago.
Bambolo, check me out.
I'm still trying to climb Everest.
Ooh, why are you climbing? She should climb. Bro, let me help you on this one. You become too religious.
Oh God. Yeah.
So excellent. So MTV base camp. So that was the
They
idea.
shot the whole show, by the way, the whole journey and the stand-up and all that, and that is never coming out, I guess. And the marketing person who was spearheading the project now lives in Europe or something.
Wow.
That person just left the job and just went somewhere.
I mean, so nice you have a canvas in your head when you sit there and you decide to do this big project. Not you, I'm saying the guys who organize
No. This is just an MBA person. Monday morning meeting, they didn't
Yeah.
have an idea, just pulled one out
Yeah.
and said, we will take
But
unfit
how do they
comedians
sell
to the
base
mountain.
camp? Because an idiot like me was telling them, ki, boss, this base camp ka idea ka hai. I couldn't get it because you guys are comedians doing a performance to who? Because I
There's
thought
nobody
it
there.
mixed, the tourists who come there. So it'll be like 40 people from different cultures, and what the hell are you going to
Initially,
tell
I
them?
thought that they're going to make us perform. So generally, every step you take on the Everest Base Camp journey, you stay in those homestay sort of things.
Correct.
Where there's no heating throughout the place.
Wow.
There's only heating in the dining area. So everyone is in the dining area till the dining area is open about 9, and then everybody goes to sleep and wake up at 4 and we start walking again. So I thought that we will perform in one of these dining areas in one of the places we are going to stay at. Because there's like 50, 60 people here. That would make sense to me. But they're like, no. We are actually performing at Kala Patthar, not even base camp. Because base camp is actually quite difficult to get to.
Right.
So out of the 15 people who went on this journey, only 4 of us made it to Everest Base Camp.
The
And I
rest
was one
died?
of them.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. The rest
Not
didn't
funny,
die.
not funny.
That happens on the journey to Everest.
Stop. I got distracted by Kala Patthar, which is basically one of my favorite Amitabh Bachchan films, and I was now, what the hell, that's Bihar. As far as I remember, it's set in Bihar. I'm very clear about that, so you just threw me with that.
Yeah. So
I'm like,
Kala Patthar is the...
What kind of travel agent,
in
Everest, Patna se thoda aage.
Yeah. People who do climb Everest, they become landmarks.
I've
Just
heard
like
horrible
Patna se
stories,
aage
I've
left.
heard horrible stories.
Yeah, green boots are right low.
Oh.
Yeah.
But is it true bodies remain preserved?
Yeah.
So if it's an old
And
school friend,
now
it'll be, Danish. sorry.
Exactly. And now what's happening is because of global warming, the mountain is thawing. So those bodies are falling down.
Ooh.
So it's raining men in Nepal.
Bro. You I can't believe we're going to get trolled over this. I'm saying everything wrong. Yeah. But you got good bits out of it, right? I'm sure because you're making so much fun of it. You must have got enough material.
Yeah. So I posted the video, and it's a fun video about my journey to Everest Base Camp. It's also a cool thing. I don't think I would have ever gone and done something like that on my own. So I'm very thankful to the show that it happened.
I think the only reason anyone would do it is without thinking it through. Because there was no end result. Like normally you would have got some end result to whatever you're doing.
I mean, if I'd gone as just like a trek pe chalte hain for like spiritual finding, one of those avocado eating things that people talk about, that I got out of it.
I mean, it's Ramzan, he's fasting. And I'm thinking the first thing comes to mind is
You know
avocado.
what?
Arguably the most horrible thing to eat.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Avocados, right?
I mean, fair.
I have started now eating avocados as part of my salad. And honestly, I only know that I'm eating an avocado because I'm told that there is an avocado in this salad, but I don't know if I am because it looks like
Why are you
nothing,
eating
tastes
salads?
like nothing.
You're trying to lose weight.
I am trying to get fit. I'm trying to look. Okay, no.
What do you want? Alzheimer's, Parkinson's? I got it all. I'll share, yaar.
I've never been like someone who takes care of my body or anything like that, like in terms of what I eat and stuff. I used to be 94, 95 kilos a person last year. Now I'm at 87. So this year, my target is to like get as fit as I can. No, with no specific end goal, but like I'm gonna really
You
try.
should take off
eating-
your clothes and the woman who's not your wife should say yes. Yes, this is my house, please leave. Whatever the whole sentence is.
If I do that, then the woman who is my wife
Yeah, I know.
will no longer be my
Bro,
wife too. So
bro, you're worried about governments, no? You don't understand. The home
There's too many
minister,
problems.
no pun intended, is the most dangerous in that sense.
Yeah. the actual home minister.
Because that stays with you, no? Because you can't do anything about that because that can come back in arguments for years and years.
Yeah.
Everybody has a troller, you'll go
Yeah,
from your
yeah,
life
yeah.
at some point.
Yeah. There's no way. Yeah, she doesn't want me to.
Is
lose
she
weight
into
or
your comedy and all that? As in, is she supportive?
supportive? Yeah, of course.
No, not career-wise. I mean, actual creative supportive. Like, wow, what a good joke.
Yeah. I mean, she never goes, wow, what a joke.
What?
But I think you become sensitized, dude. Like, even when
Live performance way, she doesn't tell
live
you.
performance, dude, she's the greatest hypocrite. Okay, every live show.
This is going to stay.
Oh no, I have no problem.
As your lawyer.
I have no problem. I want people
I can
to know.
protect you from the government. I have friends, but I cannot help you with your wife.
This woman, okay, She will tell every time we
Bro,
watch
you're already
any-
at base camp. Be
every
very
time-
careful.
Every time we watch any stand-up, okay, it's either my show, anybody else's show. I've taken her to people I really like watching. I've taken her to shows and stuff like that. Throughout the show, like even in my show, in the Everest bit, in fact, if you hear, she's sitting at the back, right next to the mic, and you can hear her laughing throughout the bit.
Okay.
I asked her, "What did you think of the show?" She's like, "It's okay."
But she laughs.
Laughing her head off.
But that's beautiful.
She's like, "It was fine."
So she just.
I didn't find it that
that's
funny,
fine. So
actually.
she's actually very supportive. Yeah.
I feel like she enjoys it, but she doesn't want to give me the satisfaction.
I still like that better than the opposite way, where she pretends. Because
Yeah.
my wife is like, if you have a bra and it gets loses its tenacity and
Yeah.
becomes really loose.
Yeah.
So she's like that kind of supporter.
Yeah.
It's just,
Yeah. Yeah, it's there, but
the
is
other
it
day
really?
she said, I can't watch a podcast, you talk too quickly. I said, you're married to me for so many years, now you're telling me I've talked too quickly.
Yeah.
Suddenly it's like an issue. I mean, it's not like we talk slowly at home.
Yeah, dude. Like, it's been this talking fast thing has been on my head for so many years now. Even I'm like too TikTok. Like, this is how I talk.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Maybe it's because I watch everything on 1.5x.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I talk fast.
Oh,
I
is
don't
it?
know. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know any other way. I try to talk slower, but then I can't think. Like, I can't even say fuck off. If I go slow, I'll go like fuck. Oh.
Yeah.
Because I have to be,
Or is it because if you think what you're saying, then you might not say the thing you're going to say?
oh, I think of the government and
Yeah,
it's
it's
like,
like
मैंने
you're
क्या
suddenly-
गलती की? Oh.
Yeah. You wouldn't say something like, call me Bombolo. I feel like if you thought
in
about
my
it.
house, we have slogans. There's about parampara and Sanskriti. Wherever we go, we carry it with us.
Yeah.
So nobody's offended. Parampara! Sanskriti. Immediately we give it to them.
Yeah. Pratishtha Anushasan also a little bit.
That's too big. Yeah, Parsi household. How much we did this much is good enough for you. Or what?
Yeah. Always take the corner. No, always take the corner. That's
Two
what it is.
Sanskrit words, bhai. Two, not one. Show some respect.
Oh, man. You guys have the best houses, dude.
Yeah. Well, inherited.
Yeah.
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 Look at your Lodha property, but afraid to say it.
Yeah. Why?
Well,
Why?
can't pronounce the word properly.
Yeah.
We'll take a break, then come back.
Yeah.
कृपया ध्यान दीजिए ब्रोचा जनता पार्टी प्लीज लिसन स्मैश शेयर एंड सब्सक्राइब as soon as you can. We have to make Cyrus says the biggest English language podcast in the country.
What is this break?
I have to do potty and then I will eat my breakfast in tuxedo.
बहन चोद
What did you just say?
मदन कुमार बहन चोद
This is the stuff I want to see.
And I wanted to do pornography.
I will sell it to Pornhub. Sir,
So whatever
guy
you call it.
does not need to be in society.
I keep saying this. In Sweden, Lund is a name. Lund.
It's not Lund, it's Lund.
तभी ये साइरस बरूचा ना साइरस बरूचा तो साइरस ब्रोचा का पॉडकास्ट देखने का अच्छा है टाइम पास.
Let's talk a little bit about the life and times of Mohammed Hussain. While there's both life and times. That's okay. We can laugh. What else can we do? We can't do much more.
Laugh until till we can.
Oh, we should make it compulsory. Everybody should laugh. Like the laughter club is my favorite thing, because there's no mirth. And they have this fake laughter. They're talking about, your wife sitting in the back and laughing, and again the opposite. So I asked these guys one day at Hanging Gardens near where I live. I said, but ये point क्या है? आप लोग हंसते हंसते नहीं अच्छा feeling आते हैं. So I said, अच्छे feeling मतलब, but are you laughing? नहीं कभी नहीं. तो अंदर हंसाई है या नहीं कुछ नहीं. So
I see. I've studied psychology, and I've read
Yeah.
that actually helps brighten your mood.
how?
If you
Pretend.
if you pretend to smile,
Huh.
your body doesn't know you're pretending, basically.
Right.
So it releases the right chemicals to indicate that you're happy, and then you eventually become happy. It's the same thing like if you're underconfident before an interview, if you
Overdo it.
if you like pose like this in front of the mirror and like I can do it and all that, that really helps because you're tricking
But
your
what
brain,
kind of
basically.
MBA has psychology as a minor?
I studied psychology before I did my MBA. I did science in my 11th
Was this
and 12th.
career college spelled with K?
No. But I did it in Karnataka, so
What if in Karnataka they say K is silent?
yeah.
In our country, anything can happen, no?
No, the North Indians think the A at the end of Karnataka is silent, and that really ticks me off.
Yeah.
Karnatak.
But in
everybody
some
always says.
South Indian sort of lexicon, there is that the letters sort of half there.
No,
the pronunciation.
actually, in all Kannada, in Kannada, I can talk about Kannada.
You can
because
speak
I know
Kannada?
I can speak Kannada.
Yeah?
So,
Tell me you're a fat, ugly bastard with a big rectum.
I would rather just say one word to
Yeah.
define all of that.
Yeah.
Byavarthi.
Sweet.
So sweet. Yeah. People who know what that means.
Okay,
thank
now
you.
just say it once and for all. What does it mean?
It means bastard. Yeah. But see,
But your
it
tone
means,
was too sweet. I would
but
never
see,
take
it
offense.
means it doesn't. the word literally means bastard, but it means a lot more in the local language. Like it's a term of
But it
endearment.
also depends, like Australians or Punjabis for that matter. Parsis also sometimes they use a lot of bad language, but it's always
It's an
affectionate.
endearment. Yeah, it's affectionate. Yeah.
I have an Australian friend who always say, "Come on, you bastards." I mean, it's always like
Yeah. All my friends are Beaversis.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
But they really are.
They really are. Some of them really are.
Okay, let's get into the career. So the MTV thing, of course, that was earlier on, but after which he's become very famous, makes lots of money. What is Shadi Shud?
Shadi
play on
Should
Shud.
I.
Okay.
Shadi Should I
Huh.
is my special. Is
You didn't go
one
with
hour show.
CHOD.
Yeah, so
Shadi.
I was trying to be like, oh,
Clever.
should I?
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah.
Like Shadi Shuda, but
Yeah,
like,
I got it,
cut
bro.
the
I
end.
got it.
Yeah.
The punning is, please
I
understand.
have to explain
low,
every show.
Low comedian, all these things are coming to my head like a bad wet
every
dream.
show I have to explain it because most people are like Shudi ka
Yeah.
kuch matlab
They think you
nahi
made a
hota.
mistake in the spelling
Yeah.
and all that. They're trying to help
And I have
you.
to explain, no, it is supposed to be like I was trying to do a pun. And anyway, yeah. So the show is about how I got married, basically. I got engaged when I was 19.
Yeah, I read that.
Yeah.
So that's correct. And
Yeah,
then,
it's
but
true.
marriage 6-7 years later.
I was 25 when I got
You're
married.
looking around, is it?
No.
Huh?
I was
MBA.
I was.
You're
my
to
MBA.
come- you're-
Yeah.
you're to be
I was
prepared.
exploring my options.
Fair. But what about her?
She is a.
She waited for you.
She waited. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is what she says. She's a stylist. She works in fashion. So
No, but that's fantastic. And today it's almost impossible. Like I think to have a romance of 6-7 years.
like if I'm being honest, I never found it to be very difficult to be in that engagement period for 4-5 years because it was pretty much like a long distance relationship. I used to go meet her once in a while as well.
The girls in Bangalore. I mean, not that we should talk about that. It's to adult men, but
Yeah.
You're a young man. It's a college.
I mean,
it's a
I feel
college
like you
town,
shouldn't talk about it more.
I should because creepy,
when you
creepy
say-
uncle.
when you say
I'm almost
girls-
pedophile.
girls in Bangalore, immediately
yeah. I agree. Man, I just came back from Bangalore.
Yeah.
I feel very funny when young people, youngish females come and talk to me sometimes, and they say, "Let's take a photo," things like that. And I put my hand around them. Now I start feeling like I'm a creepy uncle.
Yeah.
Should I not do that?
You know, yes.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Hover hands. Hover hands is always safe.
Like not touching.
Yeah, just.
But that's almost like the whole untouchability of India, which I don't like either.
Yeah,
so I'm
yeah.
more like
I
more
mean,
Latin.
If
bro.
you want to justify your touching.
Yeah. No, so I do it step by step, beta. I put a finger on the shoulder.
Yeah.
Then I put a second finger. Then I put. Okay, this sounds vulgar.
That's what it is.
This sounds so wrong.
I see the techniques. I see the
He's
techniques.
going cut. His
I'm learning. I'm taking
conservative
notes.
heart is fainting here. 26-year-old with this kind of fear.
I'm taking
Cut
notes.
his-
Okay, one finger. And
Yeah. No, but it's always a thing with strangers, no?
Yeah,
because
it
with
is.
men, it's very easy to because they're all quite, you put your hand around them, everybody's comfortable.
Yeah,
it's very
everyone's
rare.
chill, it's fun.
And then when the husband and wife come and you put your hand on the husband and not the wife, it's also odd. Or do you
Yeah.
or do you do that or do you not do that? Now, both ways,
And in fact, in
Oh.
my shows, because I'm Muslim, I have a Muslim audience as well. A lot of Muslims come to my
What
shows.
the kind of show is this? Okay, Muslims this side, non-Muslim that side. What the fuck is
Yeah,
going
we
on?
separate them. Boys separate, girls separate.
You
It's
should
like-
only be separated on cuisine. Biryani, यहाँ पे.
Veg biryani यहाँ पे.
Poha. You like poha, no?
Yeah.
There, go there.
Yeah. Veg biryani थोड़ा बाहर जाइए आप थोड़ा.
We have my whole house. I should give you stand-up material for your next thing. The anti-poha brigade, which
Yeah?
is me against the rest of my family.
You don't like poha?
Can't bear it. You poha? Don't say it twice. It hurts me.
You should check the latest Valentine's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, you're anti poha. Why poha? Why though?
I don't know. I've never liked
It's only
okay,
carbs. Is that
okay,
why?
Early MTV days in 1996 onwards,
Oh my
7
God.
o'clock morning shifts.
Wait. 1996.
Yeah, when you were a kid or just
You're a
born.
kid? I don't remember 1996.
Neither do I. I've written it down. So in 1996, yeah. So these small studios that we used to have, and all these guys would bring the poha at 7 in the morning, and everybody was hungry because they were coming from Nala Sopara, and also they needed to eat. Fair enough. But you would just be choked with that onion smell and everything else all in that small room. And then the makeup man would put his mouth into your mouth and do the makeup, no? Malaika had some
Yeah, yeah.
fancy guy who spoke English and all that.
Yeah.
And he'd be doing this and all. He's clearly like, not into women. And he'd be doing blah, blah, blah. And I would be like, this guy will come in one chunky failure, couldn't become a carpenter and he would talk, he should be doing makeup. He's too rough. He's like a power lifter,
Yeah.
fucking hands all over the place, mouth smelling of onions into your face.
He's using like a paint roller.
Telling me, "Aap soya nahi." And I'm like, "Soya nahi? That's the least of my problems now, you fuck." And then the producer will say, "Broacha ka touch up karo na, uska under eyes." So I always look like I was drunk. That's unfair, man. So Poha has traumatized me. And then
Yes.
Kunal, the housekeeper who stays with us, and Aisha, my wife, and my daughter all like Poha. So they make it just to make me feel uncomfortable.
Torture you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So then
yeah.
we divide the food is divided on the table. I'm like, I can't bear the smell. Please put it there. And then my wife says, how dare you talk about food like that?
Oh, like that.
My
I can't
pangas.
bear the smell. Move
Oh.
away. Okay.
But it's not incorrect.
Alright.
So now I should lie. First you should tell the truth.
No. You started this conversation about no.
You divided your audience to
Sabko
biryani and
saath mein
non-biryani. You said mutton biryani.
That's
By the way,
fair.
Biryani has to be mutton. I
Yeah.
don't want to hear anything else.
100%.
Please. Don't talk
100%.
biryani. Hey, egg biryani. I'll
You
give you a
should,
chappal.
by the way.
Egg biryani. No, what the fuck, man? Don't take a biryani and kill it.
Yeah.
Nobody does that. I'd kill your poha.
You can have an egg in your biryani if there
You
is
can
mutton.
add egg to everything. I have no problem, but it's
But it can't just be egg.
brother, come on.
Yeah.
Somebody's got
Something
to.
needs to die
Yes.
for me to enjoy my meal.
That's not what I meant.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So
Sorry, your shows. Let's get back to
I
your
was
shows.
going. I was
No,
going
leave
to
the
go
Poha
back
story
this.
out.
Yeah.
No, you were saying that you have a lot of Muslims coming to the show and
Yeah. So like taking pictures and all, it always becomes a little awkward because they're even more generally.
No, unless a woman's
more
wearing a
conservative.
hijab and all, then you,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
guess you get the message.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
And then you stand appropriately, right? But a lot of times,
But then what happens is if the girl is dressed like your manager, okay, who's wearing jeans and a shirt, and then she did put a hand around her or whatever.
I never.
You just don't.
I always.
Because then the
hover.
next girl shouldn't feel offended also.
I
Can
always
feel
hover.
offended.
I always hover.
You're a
and
hoverer.
If this is only one person, there's one woman,
Yeah.
then I have my hands behind my back.
Wow.
If there's 2-3 of them, then
So
I
you're
like
you're
hover.
basically like a prisoner. Being led away. The
I
hands are
don't know.
behind his back.
See, I'm figuring this out
Yeah.
as it happens.
No, but
like,
it's a very good point to have. I know we're making fun of it, but it's always a little odd. It's
Yeah.
like at airports and then people recognize you and they come and they're very
Yeah.
familiar. Do you show respect by being familiar back or do you show respect by not being over familiar?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm generally trying to be nice, and I don't know what people expect from that conversation. Like generally, if someone comes, hey, can I take a picture? That's great. Sometimes people chat, and then I don't know, like. Am I performing now? Like, do I have to be funny? Because I'm talking to my manager and she's not replying, and I have this work thing happening, and then like and then I don't
See,
know.
I'm the opposite. I have no material, but I'm very good at all this. So I'll make them
Yeah.
laugh for 1 minute. No problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. My friend
think I need to
Kunal
learn
can't do
that.
that. So he'll be like, okay. Landscape. And I'm trying to, impress them with something stupid. It's
Yeah.
hilarious.
I think I have to learn that skill because I'm not.
No,
picked
your
that up
skill is
yet.
more important. The one where you have material and do a show.
Yeah.
I start the show with advertisers.
Yeah.
And then I don't know where to go. Brought to you by Manik Chand. One day.
Manik Chand. Is Manik Chand around?
Oh, it's a country on its own.
No, Manik Chand is not.
There's no Manik Chand?
Manik Chand is.
They removed Manik Chand.
Yeah. I don't think they probably got bought over or something. I'm assuming.
Hussain, 2 minutes silence.
Yeah.
There was
Manik
Goa also.
Goa.
Yeah, there was this one brand called Goa.
Yeah.
Tobacco.
There was Goa's a state.
No, but
No,
there
it was called
like
Goa.
Manik Chand Gupta.
So before it became a state, it was a
and
brand.
the branding was very much better than Vimal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shah Rukh
And better than Goa.
Yeah.
The
Design was much better.
Okay. Can you text him later? Because I'm having a podcast. It's like we have an NGO where we get the producers from. The parents come and say, boss, usko future nahi hai, please do something. And we do it.
Yeah.
And then after 2 years, we return them. We say, boss, we can't help this NGO. And we close it down. And then the next building, they start it again.
Yeah. Same dudes. Same guys.
I think he's so frustrated with my lack of efficiency that he just takes over. Because he's planned questions and all. Let's get to it before he screams.
I
This
haven't
time.
planned. Fans have asked.
I can't hear what you're saying.
Fans have asked.
Fans have asked.
Discord.
Are you drinking alcohol? What is the problem?
Our Cyrus says community,
Okay.
fans, Discord communities asked AMA for.
Talking to me like I'm 9
Cyrus,
years old.
do you know what Discord is?
I now know.
Yeah.
Yeah. We talk to them once a week.
It's not.
So,
It's not
firstly.
like I have a Discord with my friend.
No,
like,
no, it's not at all. No.
Yeah.
It's not exactly Zelensky meets Trump. If
Yeah,
that's,
Every
Okay.
Monday morning.
So, Hussain has also ventured into alternative comedy formats. I'm reading out as is, don't get angry. In September 2024, you collaborated with Mohammed Anas. Is it Anas or?
Anas.
Anas.
Yeah.
Hold. Sorry. And Vineet Srinivasan,
Yeah.
got that right, for safety, on Reeling It In.
Yeah.
A show experiment with impressions, parodies, and live sketches. Tell us
Yeah.
about that.
So it's just out of the three of us, Mohammed Anas is a very good friend of mine. He is the most experimental. Like he carries props on
He
stage.
likes both men and women.
Yeah, he likes everything.
He can put his hands on everybody.
Yeah,
He's like, I'm
he's-
mad from Khata Bancho.
He's सब उसके मुंह में सब जाता है. So, I'm sorry, Anas. He's a dear friend.
How can he's not a
sweetheart.
comedian? He's got to give you a little leeway, bro.
Yeah. I just want to make sure that.
What if he turns out to be completely right wing from
Yeah.
tomorrow?
No, he
they
won't.
bought him. You know,
No,
it's
no,
like-
no.
It
Not
happens. People change. I've seen my own friends.
If they're
from
going to buy
college
him, I feel like they're going to approach me first.
Acha, he's
Yeah.
worse.
Yeah, because like I am more Muslim, right?
Yeah. How do I? What's more Muslim?
Because my wife, she wears a hijab and stuff. So we are very prominently.
You're more conservative. You're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I feel like the right wing would want to buy us first.
Okay. Done. Boy, say your price.
I'm available. Is what I'm saying.
It
There
comes
is a
with,
price.
It comes with Goa
There
and
is a
Manikchand. We throw it all in.
There is a price, is what I'm saying. Anyway.
About the sketches and all.
Yeah, so he is the most experimental of the three of us, and he does a lot of different things. And obviously, I've also wanted to try doing some different things and all in the show. Vineet also is a comic. He's also very funny, and he also wants
So
to
how do
try.
you
So
guys
we got together.
How do you get together?
We're just friends. So
Okay.
we decided to do
But
the show
because of
together.
comedy friends or from before?
From comedy, from stand-up, yeah.
Okay.
From stand-up and making content. Like me and Anas also make a lot of sketches together. Me and Vineet also make a lot of reels and content together. So we started to do this show together, which is also, by the way, we're doing the show on
What's
the
the show
5th of
called?
April. Reeling It In.
Reeling it in.
Yeah, we're doing the show on the 5th of April at Habitat in Khar, Mumbai.
Habitat. There'll be a police van outside in case the other guys come back.
Yeah.
That's
There is-
because law is important,
Yeah, yeah.
and India's got a.
Yeah, if people laugh above a certain decibel, they
Yeah.
walk in like, would you rather ask that question?
My parents don't talk to me, so I couldn't even ask them.
Yeah.
Last 40 years didn't say a word. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
They're so ashamed. What the hell are you going to ask them? Yeah.
ashamed of you.
I think for many years my parents used to say he's studying law. How do you say? You can't say my son is a VJ. See, MBA and all gives you that buffer.
Yeah.
If you're not making it as a comedian, your dad could have also,
Yeah, no, this I understand. My brother is a doctor.
It's middle class mentality, bro. You can't say entertainer, and what are you going to say?
I see that in every conversation my father has. Even now.
Doctor!
My elder son is a infectious disease specialist
Infectious disease
from
specialist
AIMS, Delhi.
Ames, Delhi.
Yeah, and my other son is doing his best.
Yeah. He often visits the elder brother for help.
Yeah, keeps calling.
आज का कमाए.
My younger son keeps calling. कुछ है क्या पापा आपके पास? कुछ balance.
But don't take
plan?
revenge when you become super rich and super famous.
Oh, I'm waiting for that.
Dad, you wait outside.
I'm waiting for my KGF music background. मैं बज रहा है and I'm walking and stuff like that. That
When you get
arc.
your first ED raid is when you know you're
Yeah,
really big.
you really made it. You made it.
Because you can't be a poor guy with an ED raid. That's so embarrassing when they pay for the coffee. कुछ लोग हैं, हाँ, coffee. You'll give.
या आपको कॉफी चाहिए? आपके स्विगी में मैं बोलता हूँ कहाँ से अच्छा मिलता है.
शक्कर के साथ sugar. Abs, baby, abs.
Avocados.
It has more, bro.
Yeah.
You've collaborated with prominent platforms such as Netflix, Amazon Prime, and Hotstar. You've been on all these platforms.
I've worked with them in different capacities. For Hotstar, we did a cricket show called Hotstar Dosts.
Nice.
Yeah, I was a writer on that show. I work with Netflix and Amazon a lot.
Is it
with
cricket or same
sketches.
gender relationship?
No.
Hotstar Dost.
Oh, like that. Oh, yeah. Like Dostana.
Also worked as an assistant sales manager at Z Entertainment
Yeah.
and scriptwriter insider for 3 years.
Yeah.
When was that?
So right after my MBA, I wanted to
change?
I wanted to come to Mumbai basically. I wanted to live here so that I could pursue stand up and see if that I can make a career out of this. So I got a job, whatever job I could get, which was a sales
Sounds like a big job.
It was a sales job for Z. It sounds
Scriptwriter insider.
scriptwriter was after.
Oh, that's the second
sales,
one.
yeah,
Okay. What is insider?
yeah. So Paytm Insider. Have you heard of insider.in? It's like Book My Show, but it's a little
Oh, okay.
yeah. It was a venture and eventually Paytm bought.
But scriptwriter
Insider.
for a platform.
Yeah, so on Insider they used to do this live show where a comic would come and do like a 30-minute live
To
segment.
promote the shows.
It was a live show in itself, 30 minutes, and if people watch the show, then they can like a quiz show sort of. If you answer the right questions, you get some points. Those
make money?
coins, I got a salary. Yeah.
And you maintain your YouTube channel, which is officially Sane.
Yes.
There's a pun on the name again, a little
Yeah,
bit, officially. Where he shares his stand-up performances and comedic content and his masturbation schedule.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Twice a day.
Except Thursday, Friday. Thrice. Okay, now it's time for our AMAs. I'll hold while we play the promo music with a brand new sponsor, Manikchand. Then Shahrukh will come for 2 minutes, just say something about Manikchand. That's done, exactly. And we move back to Hussain, whose question from Supriya is Ramzan a test of patience? By the way, you are fasting, right?
Yeah.
Which is quite commendable because you guys do, you have to perform and all through it.
Oh, I mean, we perform in the nights usually, so by then
You break the
we are
fast.
eating, yeah.
Oh, I have only one problem. I don't like breaking fast with dry fruits.
You don't like dates?
No.
Dates are so sweet.
No, I know.
For someone who's trying to get off sugar, dates are my last. Like, I can eat dates. Thank you, nutritionist.
If I was Muslim, could I break it straight away with proper food?
Yeah.
There's no
There's
law
no
now.
rule.
Yeah.
The reason you eat dates...
I want this little flexibility to lure me in.
The reason you eat dates is not like a religious thing.
It's for the health.
It's for the health, like because it's a lot of energy quickly.
So, a couple of my pals who fast over the years, their big complaint is for the first 3 or 4 days, the weight loss happens. Maybe even a week.
I've never lost weight.
And then nothing.
I've never lost weight in Ramadan.
Yeah, that's
Your body
amazing
just
thing,
adjusts.
Yeah, it
to
just
the new
adjusts.
schedule.
And so just it's initial, and then after that, nothing.
See, it's supposed to be like you're supposed to not be eating and you're
Cleansing, yeah.
cleansing, and like you're supposed to be like restricting your impulses. But usually what happens is during Ramzan is like stores are selling more food and stuff like that. Like I live in I wouldn't want to say where I live, but near where I live, there are like streets of food stalls and opened up because of Ramzan and stuff like that. So it's like it's a party.
Baikala?
Huh?
Baikala side or suburb side?
No, I live in the suburbs. Yeah.
What do I care?
Look at that. Look at that.
See,
On
I
the
know
other side of the ceiling, chi.
Dongri, Nagpada, Baikala, I know all that area. Okay, you name the restaurant, I know where you live.
But even there,
once you cross Bandra, I'm not interested. Yaar, main kya
Man,
karega
like
abhi?
Mohammed Ali going to Mohammed Ali Road during
Yeah.
Ramzan is like a thing.
Yeah, but now it's too expensive, brother. I've grown up, man.
It's mad expensive. It's
No, and the plates are
very
not getting
difficult.
cleaner or something,
Yeah.
It's a bit of a scam then after some time.
I think if you really enjoy the food, you get the same food year round.
Yeah.
Just go any other time when it's a little more chill.
True.
You get the Chinese and Grill, by the way, if you've never been.
Yeah.
There's a restaurant called Chinese and Grill.
I break the fast at Chinese and grill.
Dude, they have the best Sikh kebabs.
I mean, they've taken over Ramzan. These
Yeah.
guys are too good.
Yeah. All of these guys.
Uh.
They have the best Sikh kebabs, the best food.
No, if you get invited to an iftar, then the food level is always better. To be
Yeah,
honest,
yeah.
because a lot of hard work is gone and the caterer is taking it seriously. It's a prestige
Yeah,
thing and all
yeah,
that.
yeah.
So I would not miss my iftar parties. The good thing is you can eat and run. You don't have to hang around.
Yeah.
If you don't socialize much.
Because
like me.
anyway, the iftar party would be at like 7.
Yeah.
So you're not expected to be there. till
I'm
like
there.
12.
Sunset in like Flynn. Tuck, kebab. Only avoid the sweets and off we go.
Yeah. You don't eat sugar and all that.
No, I'm also recovering diabetic, so I have to be careful.
Man.
What to do. The other day, we read about this Pasi Dairy competition, which is open on at the moment. I don't know when this releases. They've got a 1 liter lassi, mango lassi. If you drink it in 60 seconds, you get prizes.
Yeah.
I'm dying to go for that, boss.
Yeah.
I love lassi.
You think you can do it in 60 seconds?
I think I should, but they really make it thick. So it's almost like a solid lassi, like up north. You get this very malai lassi, no?
Yeah.
So it's very thick, so it's actually almost half solid. So that's the only thing. But what a challenge.
Yeah.
If that's a sport, I want to train.
Yeah,
I mean,
if you're ever tired of walking too much,
Yeah.
you can have that lassi once.
Correct.
And then your diabetes will take care of your legs.
Death will happen
And
soon.
then you're like,
But
you
if
can
you had
park,
to go,
you
it's
can
a-
park wherever you want after
Yeah,
that.
and also,
the positives.
Like they had the last supper, it could be my last lassi.
Last lassi, yeah.
You could have a painting and I'd be
Yeah.
famous.
Yeah.
Never know. We have to be very careful what we say on this show, yeah, bro. Yeah, really. Okay. Also, sorry, the question, a test of patience or just a month-long practice in pretending we're not thinking about food?
If I were to be serious about this, food is not the only thing that you're abstaining from during Ramzan.
Bad thoughts.
Bad thoughts,
Abuse.
sex,
Oh, sex you're not allowed.
not during your fast, like sunrise to sunset.
Well, you should be
so all impulses.
having sex at 11:30 in the morning on a Tuesday. You should be earning
I don't know
money
about
for
your
family.
life.
What kind of world do we live in? It's
I don't know
Tuesday,
about your
11:30, honey. Go and get a job, man.
So it's an abstinence from all of that, from entertainment, from like Lola happened this weekend. I really wanted to go,
But that's evening.
Still, my wife threatened that she'll tell my mom.
But
I still have
6:41
to
or
live-
whatever.
I'm still living this life.
But you can't go after 6:41, 48, whatever the.
I mean, see, all religious
Okay.
practices are like, what do you want to do? Right?
Correct. You just want to upset your mother, so you said, I
Yeah.
just stay with the.
Yeah. Every evening, there's also a lot of prayers that you have to do. So we go to pray a prayer called Taraweeh, which takes like an hour every night for the 30 days. So it's like the whole month of Ramzan is like something is happening the whole day.
And you have to inherit the property, so you do everything correctly.
Yeah.
Don't.
As long as the property is in their hands.
Is there a lot of property?
Yeah, no. I wish there was. Or maybe there is. Or maybe my dad is like waiting for one of those, like
देखो भाई.
on his deathbed, he'll be like, actually, I'm filthy rich, son.
Yeah. No, bro. One of the brothers is a super successful doctor. Hello.
Yeah.
What
Oh,
about
yeah.
that? Yeah.
Yeah, I should be nice to my brother also.
Shobit, do Muslims hate Muslims? Give something from the unedited cut on YouTube. You sort of have. Would you like to? You already.
I explained the joke. The point Muslim hate Muslims is not. I'm not actually saying Muslims hate Muslims. It's the idea. I was just trying to tackle the idea that Muslims are generally looked at as like one group, and we are like a billion of us all over the world. We are not all in the same
Correct.
WhatsApp group.
Also, I think in India, upmarket India, there's a lot of fear of saying anything about Muslims.
Yeah.
You notice that?
Yeah.
Those who are not.
I always get that
Yeah.
when I'm doing stand up and all. My friends and will be
They're
like,
guarded. Yeah.
You're talking about Muslims.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah, is that
God."
okay and
And
all,
I'm like,
yeah.
I don't know. So far I've not faced any crazy consequences. Also because I don't believe I'm saying anything inappropriate. I don't believe so. People can misinterpret what I'm saying, but as long as I know what I'm trying to say, and I've chosen my words very, very carefully to not be misinterpreted, but I still end up being misinterpreted. So I don't know.
Yeah, my take on all this is that anybody who wants to take offense will take offense.
Will
There's
take
not
offense,
much we can do.
regardless,
And
yeah.
secondly, the punishment should be very simple. Don't watch the show. Don't support the comic.
Yeah.
By that, his economy will suffer and you can do
Yeah.
your thing.
Yeah.
But why do you think about things from death downwards?
Yeah.
To stone him and hit him and hurt
Actually-
him and abuse the family.
Actually, Kunal Kamra had a really, I think Kunal Kamra only, I saw.
Well, it has to be Kunal Kamra because the other Kunal is not a
Take-
comedian.
yeah.
But I know. Oh no, there's the other Kunal also. Sorry,
There are
is.
many Kunals.
There are too many Kunals.
Yeah. So in one of the things he said is that when he was going to do a show somewhere, someone threatened to burn down the
Auditorium.
auditorium, and the police forced Kunal to not do the show.
Correct.
But in a Western society, if a similar situation
would have protected
happened,
him. Yeah.
they would have jailed the guy who made the threat.
Yeah.
So that's the difference between where we are as a society and where ideally I
How
think
backward
we should
Western society, no? That they would jail the guy who's going to blow up the entire place and
Yeah,
threaten
yeah.
him. I mean, just so
be. Yeah,
backward.
they're curtailing his freedom
Exactly.
to express his anger with arson.
And yes, and also Kamra's jokes don't always hit, yeah? Come on, it's fair. You waste my whole evening like that. You saved so many people time.
Yeah. At least we can play like a nice shadi fire burning on and run around the fire. Yeah?
My reference would be, I didn't start the fire or whatever, but whatever, whichever generation you're from. Yeah. I'm really worried how they want to hang comedians all the time. Not that one needs to bat for them. It just drives me nuts how quickly it becomes front page news. It becomes electronic media goes berserk about it, and they want to talk about it like it's a great. I mean, you got two fucking huge wars going on. You got enough
just a
shit happening in
distraction,
India, and how does this become anything more than a page 27, one paragraph at the bottom, which is
But
where it belongs?
it is a distraction, and I think as a community we've had so many such moments happen that we are all just waiting for a couple of months and then things will tide over.
I think we have to feed. You know how you have to feed the hungry lion. So one comedian has to be fed to the public. So now Ranveer, who's not a comedian, we fooled them. We sent him.
Yeah.
No. Sorry, Ranveer.
Yeah.
Beta, after you do your pilgrimage or whatever, you come
I
back.
think while doing a podcast is the appropriate time to talk about him. Right? Yeah.
Well, yeah, he's the king of podcasts.
Yeah. We'll see now how he.
Would you
comes
go on
back
his
from
show
it.
if he called you?
Yeah, I don't know.
Would you answer the question if he asked you? Just kidding. It's just joking. All right. Thank you so much, Hussain, for being on the show. Oh, there's one more. Sorry.
There's one more?
I'm so old, I forgot. When can we see your wife and you collaborating except on Reels?
So she doesn't like doing stand up. I have forced her to do stand up
funny?
once. She is funny. She's very funny. I think she's very, very funny. And she has a lot of self doubt about it, but I always tell her that she's very funny, and she is extremely funny. But she doesn't want to do stand up. She doesn't like going on stage, basically.
But she does Reels.
Yeah. On Reels, she's very funny. With me, she's very funny. We make content together.
That clearly is his point.
Yeah.
Then Suresh says, any arranged marriage advice in modern times? Or is Muhammad Anas similar to Kunal Vijayakar? Okay.
I don't know who Kunal Vijay is.
He's a friend of mine, but friend is a loose term. He's just always there. Are you all very close?
Yeah, we're very close. Yeah.
But is he in your house? That's the career part I don't have a problem with. Is he always in your house? Is
Not
he
always in my house, but yeah, we are in each other's houses often.
Oh, that's scary.
We are friends. Friends go to other friends' houses.
Oh my God.
That's not surprising.
It's too close.
Yeah.
Don't do all this, bro.
I don't know.
It's against the culture.
Yeah.
Sanskrithi, parampara.
Parampara.
Sanskrithi.
Always
I'm
maintain.
going to name my kids if I have any more. Sanskrithi, parampara.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Raise them correct.
Yeah. He's a really good friend of mine, and he's also extremely funny. So we bounce off ideas with each other. What kind of content we should be making, what stand up. I see his show, he sees my show. So yeah.
All right. Just keep this in mind. Not that you need any help. You're doing really well. If you need a lawyer, I'm a 1 year LLB and I'm very cheap.
You're really?
Like my cousin Vinny and that Jolly LLB, that style. So,
Okay.
Yeah, I am a 1 year LLB. 1 year is complete. The others I didn't do because I started this MTV crap and I missed the finals, blah, blah. Point is, I just need a book.
Yeah.
I mean, a laptop most probably would say, but I can't operate that fast.
Lord, you can do.
No, I need a book. I'm an old-fashioned guy. I'll take long time. You might be executed while watching. Milord, वकील साहब
Just give me a quick minute.
कौन सा पेज पे यहाँ पे नहीं, stuck हो गया.
Page number 434 मेरे में मिल नहीं रहा.
Can you imagine how they manage? My dad was a lawyer, my 3 generations, and they learned everything, and they were asked to find a case, a precedent case, and all that. Now they just press a button. It's so unfair, yaar.
Yeah. Things are so easy for lawyers.
Yeah.
These lawyers are taking things for granted.
A good society is one that looks after its lawyers.
Yeah?
No.
Yeah. I don't know. I was like, okay, Cyrus, uncle, you're imparting this knowledge.
Always remember, I don't even have pants. So you don't have to think, think about what I do.
Although I feel like you should be wearing pants.
You think so?
Yeah.
Am I flirting too much? Sorry.
It's quite distracting. Like Kenny G is playing in my head.
Oh my God.
Whenever I look down, I'm like, oh my God. Like it's Ramzan. I'm like, oh my God.
I know. But these are not bad thoughts.
Yeah.
They are scary thoughts, but they're not bad thoughts. Yeah. All right. Cheers. Thank you so much for being on the show. And please come anytime.
Yes.
Cyrus says every time, Cyrus says, जब ये कहे तुम सुनो, please. तमीज़ से बात करना है ना, important people यार.